There is a rich diving history here in Mission Viejo at the Marguerite Aquatic Center. In 39 years, Mission Viejo Nadadores Diving has won 48 national championships, produced 8 Olympians, and 6 gold medals. In 2016, they hope to add to their unparalleled success.
I mean, it's really exciting, like knowing all the history that's been behind here. My original coach, Janet, she used to be an Olympian, so that was really exciting being brought up by her. And now I have Yvonne, and he's a really good coach. So it's really exciting, and it's really nice knowing that that so much has happened here, I guess. And like a lot of my teammates, we all like grew up here, so it's like my second home.
And then going back through all the history of the past divers, maybe we had Greg Louganis here and multiple Olympians, and it just has a lot of history and a lot of legends went here.
Well, I feel really fortunate and honored because this club has such a long history. It's about 30 years, and they had a lot of Olympians. You know, the greatest one is Greg Louganis, of course. So they have like really big history, really long history of making great divers, and a lot of good and great coaches actually went through this club. So it's really, I'm really honored to be here.
Yvonne was a member of the Kazakhstan national Olympic team from 1991 to 2001. The Mission Viejo Nadadores interim dive coach has over 18 years of coaching experience. He is also the national and international program director of the senior and junior Olympic team.
Well, that's almost my dream come true. Yes, I'm an interim head coach right now, and I'm going to be a head coach soon. And to be a head coach at that kind of club, it's my dream come true.
He's an amazing coach. He's very good at what he does. He's very technical, and he really focuses on the takeoff part of the dive, and that's really where I needed a lot of work.
He's really comfortable to be around, so he makes you feel really comfortable if you're doing new dives, and he gives really good corrections that are very in detail, and that's what I look for as a diver. I like to know exactly what I need to do to make my dive better, and he's really good at pinpointing your weaknesses and your strengths.
Nicole Tim has qualified for the 2016 Olympic trials on the 10-meter platform, 3-meter, and the 3-meter synchronized event in hopes of making it to Rio. The All-American also coaches for the Mission Viejo Nadadores dive team and is an assistant coach of the junior Olympic team.
I was really close to getting the score at multiple meets. I had missed it by less than 3% at 4 or 5 different meets, at qualifying meets. And I actually got the score at non-qualifying meets, but those don't count. So we petitioned in and they put it through, so I got through on 3-meter. On platform, I qualified last year at NCAA zones, and 3-meter synchro.
She did gymnastics. She used to do gymnastics for 14 years, so she has that discipline and that work ethic. She works really hard, and she knows her goals. She knows what she needs to go through to reach the goals. So she's and she really listens to you, and which is really really important for me as a coach. So my diver understands me, listens to me, and really makes corrections, which is big, which is really important.
I just feel really grateful. In gymnastics, that was my dream, was to go to the Olympics in gymnastics, but other things happened and I switched to diving, and for that to get the second chance in another sport is pretty amazing.
Cami Hidalgo is the second diver headed to the Olympic trials from the Nadadores. The 3-time Division I high school dive champ from Capistrano Valley High School qualified for Olympic trials in the 3-meter springboard and the 10-meter platform.
I'm pretty young, I guess, to be qualified for this, and it's sort of intimidating knowing that I'm going to be competing against all these amazing divers, but it's very humbling because I really like going out to competitions and seeing everybody do their best, and that makes me want to do my best. So being able to dive with such amazing divers is a really great experience. So I'm going to this meet for experience sort of only, just to see how well I can do. And
she's a nice girl. She's great. She's the same thing. She has that work ethic. She pushed herself. She stressed herself out a little bit, and she gets there. She has the big goals for herself, and she's the same thing. She's great. When I coach her, I feel like she really take everything from me. She understands me.
going into this, I'm sort of just going to see how my diving is going. I'm not really like looking for any medal or anything, more just for my dives to be the best that they can be.
These talented divers practice 6 days a week for hours at a time, preparing both mentally and physically, hoping all this hard work will turn to gold.
The girls are awesome. They are really hard workers. Cami and my call. I was coaching Cami longer than my call because my call just joined us a year ago. But she's a hard worker. She's great. She does everything you ask her to do, and the same with Cami.
My routine here is a little different than it would normally be. In college, I mean, you practice twice a day. You have lifting, and you're going to class and everything. But here, I pretty much wake up and it's diving, and the whole day is diving, and I go to bed and it's still diving. So I mean, I wake up and I do a little work. I come to the pool, I practice. I'll coach, and then when I go home at night, I watch film. So whether it's my own practice or just watching other meets and stuff, I mean, it's diving every day, all day.
We put in 2.5 hours a day, which isn't that much compared to a lot of East Coast divers. So we don't get a lot of time compared to them, which is sort of hard, especially leading into competitions. But we do our best to manage our time properly. So we do about an hour of dry land, and then we get into the water for about an hour and a half.
All you see is just the way they dive, and it looks really like effortless and it looks easy, but it's really not. So they're doing a lot of strength and conditioning with them on the dry land. We call it dry land. We have a couple, trampolines and a spring floor. So we do a lot of gymnastics oriented stuff like backflips, front flips, a lot of jumps. So it's a lot of hard work behind the scenes.
It's definitely been hard. I've had days where I'll be crying when I come home because of all the stress, but it's all worth it when you get your amazing dive and when you finish strong. So the workout may be hard, but it's all worth it in the end.
Congratulations and good luck to Cami and Nicole at the 2016 Olympic Dive Trials, adding to the great history and success of the Mission Viejo Nadadores dive team.